Well, I know why you're here. You're here because Facebook is down. And you're scared. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, go ahead and smite thine like button. Facebook is down, and not only is Facebook down, there's a bunch of other stuff down as well. Let's give you the info on what's happening here. Follow us on Twitter. You can follow me at Bro Spencer. I am there for you, ladies and gentlemen. I am there to be a blessing and to help you and to service you through that platform there if I can. People are asking, is this a cyber attack? And it looks like things like T-Mobile, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, Facebook, he even said YouTube's probably down, Threads, Google Play, Valorant, all these platforms were down. And then also it even says here, and I know that Keemstar is not the bastion of news, but they're claiming here from his sources, Facebook, Instagram, T-Mobile, YouTube, AT&T, Google, Gmail, Oculus, Pokemon Go. Got to have that Pokemon Go. If I can't catch a Charizard today, I'm gonna be fussy. Is that even a thing? We had a Southern Baptist church down the road from our church. There was some kid out there playing in the yard trying to catch a war turtle or something like that in the yard of that, and I yelled at him, but he screamed. It was funny, man. But yeah, it seems like all these things are down right now, and I made this post. I'm posting this because Facebook is down. And, of course, Elon Musk with the win for the, look at that. We're aware people are having trouble accessing our services. We're working on this now. Very interesting stuff. I think what's going to happen is they're going to fix this. It'll be back up here in just a little while. But I do want to bring up a larger point here. Is that the World Economic Forum, which is kind of like the place where all these elite world figures get together and talk about doomsday type stuff. They warned us about COVID a couple years ago, that it would be some sort of, it would come through the Brazilian pig market. They did war games talking about what would happen if we had a COVID SARS outbreak or something like that. And that was 2018, I think. But the World Economic Forum has been warning about cybersecurity vulnerabilities for quite some time. World Economic Forum officials warn global instability could lead to catastrophic cyber event. That was in January of last year. And so they've been warning about this for some time. Matter of fact, let me just pull up this news article a little bit for you, and just watch this with me for a second.
War continues in Ukraine. There's another war to watch out for.
Yeah, a cyber one. Cities across the country are warning people about a possible Russian cyber attack here in the
Russian
U.S.
cyber attack. Now, just for context here, this video is like a year old. So it's not, that's not current. I want you to know that. But I do want you to know that this whole thing in Ukraine is starting to heat up again. And apparently, you get conflicting reports all over the place, but apparently it's not going very well for either side. And so somebody might up the ante on some of this stuff and try to attack these platforms. I think that could be very easily done, especially when the World Economic Forum, I mean, just look it up. WEF warns of cyber attack. I mean, all these articles are, a lot of them are about a year old, but they've been telling us that this is a very real possibility and that it could happen anytime. And so we've got to be open to that kind of stuff and be ready. So, I guess the lesson in all this today is, don't let social media dominate your life. Don't be so dependent upon it. Have a backup plan. If like the power grid goes down, you can't charge your phones anymore. I think you ought to have that data backed up and maybe even printed out somewhere, people's phone numbers, that kind of stuff. I think you ought to have that stuff backed up. And, I don't know. There's a lot going on here that to me, what this is doing to me is this is revealing to me how dependent I am on these social media platforms, and which I'm not too fond of that per se. It gives me a vulnerable feeling. But if there is a Russian cyber attack or there is some sort of cyber attack on people, it just shows to show that the grid can go down very quickly. Now, here's one thing that I want you to think about, okay, in the tribulation period when all these earthquakes are happening and all these comets are falling from the skies and water is turning into blood, can you imagine how crazy that would be? That's going to be nuts. So just something to think about. Be ready for Jesus to come. I'm glad he is coming, and but it's just wild. I personally think that these platforms will be back up here in just a few hours, but then again, what do I know? Just a guy with the Bible here. So anyway, God bless you guys. You guys have a good day. We'll talk to you soon.